Welcome to Poetry Palace TV, episode 33. I am Tom Beal, and this is my Diary of a Poet series. If you're new, the intent of the show is to read volume 18, Internal Revolutions, poems I've been writing to my late wife, since February of 2020. Unfortunately, I have not yet been able to read them in a composed manner. I am getting to the end of volume 17, so I'm hoping that changed. It was suggested I simply start from the beginning so that I may get used to the idea slowly and add a bit more time to my process before actually trying to read those poems to you. If you would like to read along at another pace, the series is available for free at poetrypalacegiftshop.com. The producer of this show, as well as other fans, believe the verse in her volume is quite helpful for those who have lost a spouse. If you know someone who you feel might be helped, please suggest they check it out. In this episode, we are continuing with volume 17, picking the pen back up, and we are starting with poem number 1169. Down under digging with my gorilla wagon. This is the 7th year, and full access is within view. 1 year, I thought I could slay this toil dragon, but spring found me defeated with little I could do. Then it was just dig to get under the bathroom, which gobbled up the hallway and 3 feet south of one wall. 1 year I may have skipped this lovely winter tomb. I'm pretty sure I could hear the grain of gravel call. Then there was a plumbing emergency in trench. That year I finally asked for help from a friend. Somehow replaced all those pipes without stench, and even got closer to the final goal in the end. Another year the patio needed the fill. I made a clothesline plateau because I could dump so close. So 5 wagons a day, this year is the drill. At the end of the week, I can see that is quite the dose. Hindsight has now shown me that it could have been done, or that I've gotten better at the diligence of do. Surprised by finding that the labor is fun, although the lazy part of me just wishes it was through. Number 1170. 5 more wagon loads of dirt, more progress than any other year. So much that my muscles hurt. At this rate, at least the end is near. 6 winters back I began this seeming impossible dream. Work and leisure with no plan. There were wrenches thrown into the scheme. All new plumbing was a plus, a frantic search for cable wire. The patio caused no fuss, but any sawdust, it is dire. A day from the footing start, so I can level this place at last. All improvements are my part. Quite surprising how quickly they've amassed. Number 1171. Because of my doctor's maternity leave, Dr. Thomas Byrne took over my care. A gift from the universe, I must believe. Or why would I so enjoy being there? Medical visits made my blood pressure high, usually accompanied by dread. But the time with this man and laughter slides by. It makes it easier to hear what is said. Just like other doctors, he runs through the list, so casually getting it all done, affirming the good while pointing out the mist, explaining reasons, but making it fun. A 3-month follow-up frosted the cake. A medical visit being delight. It's one of life's perks I will gladly take. A doctor who inspires me to do right. Thanks, Dr. Thomas Byrne. Number 1172. A year ago, I thought this season was too long. I imagined the perfect Christmas to be. Just the last 12 days we celebrate in song. Together the day before, we find our tree. The eve is spent with joyous decoration, wrapping gifts we bought or made throughout the year, sharing hot cocoa, along with adoration, with freshest excitement as the day draws near. We gather together on Christmas morning, hoping thoughtfulness brings delighted surprise, as we bask in the warmth of love's adorning, just waiting the twinkle in someone's eyes. The stories of hiding all those precious gifts or adventures we find the time now to share, or complicating how this fellowship lifts, contemplating how this fellowship lifts, showing us how much more deeply we can care. Of course, the crown of traditional feast, the passing of platters and filling of plates, that glorious silence when talking has ceased. Then the who is doing dishes debates. Boxing it all up as daylight steals away, with one last rereading of each Christmas card. Then bundling up to stand out in the snow around the burning tree out in the backyard. Number 1173. I appreciate being in your family. You have been nothing but kind from the very start. Getting to witness the way you raise your children has certainly helped to heal my once broken heart. You amaze me with the many things that you do, inspiring me to give much more with my time. Especially at this festive part of the year, all your loving touches seem to keep it sublime. Mother's idea to bring you and Morgan with us on one of the biggest ships that were ever made. Feeling I had to ask Jennifer to go, the highest returns any investment has paid. I never thought of giving her a sister, but I could have spent years thinking that she should be. I never come close with my imagination to this blooming relationship I see. I know that for this I can never repay you. I think that maybe this is the way it should be. To someday die with those wonderful memories, grateful for the gift of love you have let me know. Number 1174. I am supposed to exercise and to go on a supply run, but I just want to sit and write, drink some more coffee with cream. I know mediocrity's lies, and it can't always be fun. If I keep my vision in sight, it sometimes exceeds the dream. I know how pipes aren't for dreaming. Left my fantasy with Lent. Action is easier than thought. That's why idle bears insane. What of this inner child screaming? Do squats allow it to vent? Do the results of labor bought outweigh that little boy's bane? Studying procrastination quite often gets nothing done, yet dropping blood pressure a bit could have the project more time. Enough of this meditation. It has groaned into a pun. Tomorrow again I can sit and play some more with my rhyme. (1175). On the calendar, it is a new year. On the path of living, it is today. In the dream of future, there is no fear. The past terrified in every way. Got my wagon and shovel to dig. Got the bio for the Kindle to change. And build a walk-in closet to dream big. There isn't much I would rearrange. 3 weeks and 3 days has accomplished much. The answer is quite simple of the how. I get up, read, exercise, and such. Try to work towards my goals when it is now. Number 1176. I cannot remember not trying to fit in, as I cannot remember a time when I did. Yet today that desire is growing quite thin. It is the same with the skeletons that I hid. Although I see the difference of tact or mask, it is much more frequent that silence is the choice. Odd to witness action move from answer to ask, or see how few options I have left to voice. Can this be a gift of the straight and the narrow? Was never really good at interpreting dreams. Through the bones of resistance is this sweet marrow. I'll wait on this as nothing is what it seems. Number 1177. Today I try to play the carpenter, mostly because I pretend to be poor. The reason that I buy used vehicles. Vacations are what money is for. Well, that's a view I got from my wife. Maybe the first woman I did not choose. The best gift I've gotten so far in life. My history of decisions was lose. I spend time and money trying to please, and not always in ways that she agrees. Trying to improve this kingdom we have, and in the end, the queen likes what she sees. Here on the water, God dam in the yard, with flower gardens and walkways galore. Every time I get this blessing to spend, every year I get this blessing to spend, I try my best to do a little more. Often learning things that I do not know, finding out at last what I am made of, following the best lessons she has taught. Action is always the first step of love. Number 1178. Too many things going at once. Preferred scheduling, I must guess. Though sometimes it works out quite well, more often than not, there's a mess. Combined with my lack of know-how, I think luck must be on my side. Does not seem to bother the queen. She is just along for the ride. No sawdust can be in the house, and that antique bureau must stay. Must finish by her agreed time, but shy of all that I can play. This year it's footings down under. I've already mined 6 tons of dirt, and shimming with 20-ton jacks. It's a wonder I've not been hurt. A little bloodshed here and there, but that is how lessons are learned. Memories of handyman ventures, with me, often through pain are earned. I believe that's the end of this episode, and I would like to thank you very much for joining me in Poetry Palace TV. I hope there was something that caught your ear. And please feel free to check out the website. I hope to see you again next week. Adios.